Commencing platform construction. Staff assigned. Development project lead landing zone.
Roger. This is Pequod, on station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Development complete. Development complete. Please select a mission. Mission accept heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
The target is Shivani. He was the leader of the boys being forced to work at the mine. He was separated from the others and taken away to Ngumba Industrial Zone. The locals call this place Nzoya Badia Bulu, the Devil's House. Boss, find Shivani and extract him safely. You can check the target's location on your iDroid.
The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss. An outpost in a sunken road. Minoko Yanyoka, the snake's mouth. I get it. Looks like that's the only way to the objective area.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Security sure is tight. I guess they don't want anyone poking around.
has been updated.
You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Mist. Supposedly the valley up ahead is covered in mist almost year-round. The objective area is beyond there. The bridge has collapsed. Looks like you'll have to go down through the valley.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Buddy! What?
Roger that.
Extraction failed. Extraction failed.
There's a cliff blocking the way to the objective area. You'll have
Guard post captured.
From point-blank range. The mother, who was shot in the stomach, was 204863. Seen after neighbors called 911, found her father in his car, listening to the radio. Several days before the murder, look behind you. I said, look behind you. Like he was chanting some strange spell. There was another family shot to death in the same state last month, and in December last year, a man used a rifle and meat cleaver to murder his entire family. In each case, the perpetrators were found. State police say this string of domestic homicides appears under 204863. Child care and other social issues facing the average family. As the congressional debate over gun control flares up yet again, we regret to report the murder of a wife and her 2 children by their husband and father. The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was
There's a lot of erosion in that tunnel. Could come down any minute. Watch your step.
You have arrived at your destination.
You've reached the objective area. Now look for the target. I just hope he's alive.
Extraction arrived at multiple.
What is that? Boss, here's Shabani.
Shabani, your boy sent me.
Ingen må segenet og banetod. Nu går i bek, Eban. Burn with the rest of them.
shoot down the chopper if it lands now. Stop him before it arrives.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ.
Water supply.
Stand by.
Support helicopter destroyed.
Cannot maintain altitude.
Chopper's defenseless while it's coming in the land. He spotted you. He's coming. Quick, now's the time to get on the chopper.
Please select a landing. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
An old reservoir. Boss, think back to Cyprus. He avoided water. Damn, what is this guy?
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by. Gaining altitude.
Damn, what is this guy?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? Skullface. So he was in Africa after all. Working behind the scenes. Even that man on fire at his beck and call. But what the hell was going on at the Devil's House? Earphones embedded in people's throats. Tapes playing voices. And those lumps on their chests. They looked like the ones on the bodies at the oil field. The man on fire burned everything to the ground. But we were recording audio the whole time you were there. We'll conduct a thorough analysis of it. weapons development in the area. My hunch is that this guy is somehow connected to Cypher. I've got no proof, but we know Skullface is working on PFs in the region. Anyway, it just so happens a job connected to this inspection has come in.
Please
Take a look at your iDroid, dude.
Please specify a project. Mission list updated. Please select a mission. Mission accept heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Eliminate the high-ranking CFA official in charge of supplying weapons to UNITA. The target stays at Nova Braga Airport. Head to the airport first.
Staff assigned.
Be careful down there, boss.
Develop marker placed.
Boss, we have an emergency. Mother Base is under attack. The enemy is over on one of our platforms, and they're holding some of our staff hostage. If we don't do something, they'll try to take off with our men. That would mean losing some of our finest manpower. Boss, take back that platform. This is a race against time. For all of us. Get on this mission right away, boss.
Please select a mission. Mission accept heading to Mother Base. Deploying.
Infiltrate the platform under enemy control and eliminate their commander. The moment they lose their chain of command, we'll move in and suppress the rest. The enemy have taken some of our staff hostage and are threatening to kill them if they're attacked. You can't rely on support from us this time. Anything we do might be seen as an attack. Boss, forgive me. Can't believe I let an enemy force in right under my nose. But one thing's for sure. They're gonna pay for it. Make certain of that, boss.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
What's up?
Okay, subject is in. Subject on.
This is Delta 3. Just seen a suspicious balloon. There's a body.
Okay, subject is in.
Come in, Delta 3.
You gotta extract him.
We have a situation. All units on alert.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
CP, this is Zulu 7. They're right in the area. We're tightening security. Over.
You have arrived at your destination.
Understood. Don't let your guard down. Out. CP, this is Delta 9. Don't deliver the enemy. We're calling off the search. Over. This is CP. Understood. Stay on the alert. Out.
The pipes, huh? They're strong enough. Could make for a nice shortcut.
Hey, get up! Hey! Hey!
Diamond Dogs from a major crisis. Leave the rest to us.
Attention hostile force. We have eliminated your commander. Escape is impossible. Lay down your weapons immediately. Surrender now. You will not be fired upon.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete.
Heading to...
I know you're an expert when it comes to solo infiltrations, but now you have buddies who will fight alongside you. Use your iDroid to deploy them whenever you like. The role of your buddies is to support you during missions. There's more than one way for them to do that. To get the most out of a buddy's abilities, you need to give the right order for the situation.
Except heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Eliminate the high-ranking CFA official in charge of supplying weapons to UNITA. The target stays at Nova Braga Airport. Head to the airport first.
Marker placed.
Boss, about those invalids you saw in that devil's house.
Poor bastards. All strapped down to the beds, with those lumps on their chest.
The medical staff tell me they were probably a type of cyst.
Cysts can get that big.
In some cases, yes. But supposing they're a kind of atheroma forming on the surface of the skin, the size is just too big, and the appearance is all wrong. In the end, the medical team were at a loss. Those lumps were like nothing they'd ever seen. The fluid you said you got on your prosthesis when you touched one was burned off in the fighting, and the factory burned down too. None of the tests we did once you were back at the base revealed a pathogen that could have caused them. Meaning we don't have a single sample to work with.
Everything went up in flames.
What worries
Great, you made it. I've sent the information to your map screen. That's the target's predicted location. Check all around the target and plan carefully before moving in.
After all, war is great at transporting diseases. For the time being, at least. There's no sign of contagion or any symptoms that could be related. One more thing. About the surgery that had been performed on the people in the Devil's House.
Yeah,
You said that their throats were cut open, with an acoustic tube pushed inside?
right. The tubes were hooked up to tape recorders playing some kind of audio.
Well, we picked up some of that audio through your radio transmissions and recorded it here. The intel team has been working on analyzing the communications.
Boss, we've just received word that the arms dealer due to inspect Nova Braga Airport is on his way. Once his chopper has arrived, they'll be touring the facilities along with the target. Let him bring the target out into your line of fire.
A press conference with the former Prime Minister of Sweden, a 4-month-old weather forecast for Balikpapan, and then commercials for appliances, cough syrup, and TV dinners. Assuming they're not all staged, they come off as recordings of your average public broadcasts.
Public broadcasts? Just radio and TV signals.
Yes, and from all over the world. We're looking into whether they're genuine or not, just to be sure. What else? A speech that sounds like it was recorded out on the street, and people chatting about how this year's tomato crop did.
And there's
That's an enemy gunship.
We're partway
Don't try to take down a gunship from the front. You won't win, and ahead the chopper will be arriving any minute. Watch out.
Then there's vocabulary breakdown for political suggestions, ideological comment points. But I don't think it's going to get us anywhere.
Where were the recordings made?
There's nothing linking them from that angle either. Just like you reported, we've detected virtually every major language there is. French, German, Italian, Spanish, including South American accents. Then there's Russian, Hindi, Arabic.
There's a chopper landing. It must be carrying the arms dealer.
Japanese.
Keep your eyes on him.
If not,
Our intel suggests the target will leave the country with the arms dealer after the inspection. Take him out before that happens.
Supposedly over 5,000 languages exist today. Besides, English isn't one of the ones we picked up.
really? English?
I know. Only 5% of the world's population is a native English speaker. But when you factor in those who've acquired it as a second language, nearly 1/3 of the people speak it. The world's dominant lingua franca. You gotta figure they had it somewhere among all the languages in that place.
No English.
Bear in mind, we didn't hear everything that was played in that room. We couldn't isolate the more distant sounds due to static and the program could have been...
Looks like the arms dealer's chopper is gonna patrol for the security forces.
unknown.
Be sure you don't get spotted from above.
Medical condition were made to listen to recordings in languages from around the world. It's not clear how the growths on their chests fit into it. It could have been treatment for them, or maybe an experiment of some kind.
I'm guessing one person knows.
Yeah, Skullface. He was there. The only thing we can say for sure is that he's involved.
That's the target. That must be what's the big idea, boss. They'll notice something's up. Do you want them to cancel the inspection?
Analysis complete.
Alles Rufe, das ist Cynthia. Und in der Situation. Und in der Situation. Alle speciale waarschuwen. Verdedig your position. Uit.
Caution. Rain approaching.
Good. Completed the objective. Now get out of there.
Mission info has been updated.
Dat is Cynthia, begrijp. Alles is van het beslist omgeven. Goeie eruit. Uit. Dat is Cynthia, begrijp. Er is hier tijd voor zwarte. Uit.
function added. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there. Boss, about that target you extracted. He says he wants to work for us. Having talked to him, he doesn't seem that bad a guy. Apparently the arms dealer's people demanded they prolong the conflict, and he couldn't go against the management. That doesn't excuse everything he did, but his skills will make him a useful asset. Let's put him to good use. I've tossed that arms dealer in the break. The way he tells it, he worked in logistics with the South African Army, but he was headhunted by Sainer. Whoever gave him the orders would only have been a pawn of Skullface anyway. But apparently he hasn't been in contact for some time. He doesn't know much about Sainer, not even what its president looks like. Just another cog in the machine. We've begun development on that new battle gear weapon that Emmerich was talking about. If you want to see how development's going, come take a look for yourself.
Clouds approaching.
Boss, I know you're just coming off this mission, but there are reports of child soldiers taking over Massa Village after the CFA got wiped out there. They've been raiding the surrounding villages, so the people have requested we eliminate them. Check your mission list for the details.
Please landing zone.
Roger.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Unit function added.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Mission
Boss,
list
I know you're
updated.
just coming off this mission, but there are reports of child soldiers taking over Masa Village after the CFA got wiped out there. They've been raiding the surrounding villages, so the people have requested we eliminate them. Check your mission list for the details.
Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accept heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Capture the White Mamba, the child soldier's commander, and bring him back to Mother Base. First off, head for Bwala Yamasa. Enemy craft detected. Map has been updated. The target, the White Mamba, showed up in this village out of the blue and took command of the child soldiers. The surrounding villages have been victims of their raids and brutality ever since. But if you extract their commander, those kids will have no choice but to stand down. Should wrap up the whole situation. They're still kids. You can't kill any one of them, including the commander. If things get rough, neutralize them by knocking them out or by tranquilizing them.
You have arrived at your destination. Supplies requested.
Help!
Supply drop complete.
Okay, subject is in.
Good. Good.
Pedina ange yandi, yina yabo ke bangaka, nyoke yampembe? Kimamosa ke somomononde? Ya zini bibuti pusakan geve.
Extraction arrived.
You lose, Commander.
Mission info has been updated. What has been updated? Support helicopter requested. Please select a drop point. Supplies requested.
This is Pequod. Have arrived at
Supply
LZ.
drop.
Stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
Welcome to Outer Heaven. We got rules around here. Never draw a weapon on a fellow soldier. You got that? Anyone here can use a knife or a gun. What you're gonna learn is how to use your head.
Let's move!
When you get that under your belt, then you're free to leave.
Received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Please landing zone confirmed. Please specify project.
On station at LZ!
Mission list updated. Please select a mission. Mission accept heading to Central Africa.
prisoners being held in a guard post southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians, one male, one female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Zoyamaniuru. If you recover them, we'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place.
Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
Please select a deployment point. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, an enemy squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Development project has been added. Buddy has infiltrated our map has been development project has been added. You have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence analysis. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Chip in is Delta 6. Je verlost is nog op een tijd in de bal. Het bleek ons het aan. Onderzoek. Word. Verlies is onuitvaarbaar.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Target extraction confirmed. Now extract the remaining target.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Help me! You know, the map has been updated.
You need to help her.
Come to rescue me. I was asked to show that man around here. It's dangerous work. I hate it every second.
Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out out in that situation.
Mission
Great work. Now exfiltrate.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss. Boss, we placed the 2 targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngumba. They examined the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English wasn't one of them.
Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
The boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand! Hold her still! Dismissed.
Payback for how they treated her?
Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tighten security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
Please land
I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right.
Be quiet.
Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results.
This is Pequod, on station at LZ.
Please specify project.
Gaining altitude.
Staff assigned. Development project has been added. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Mission heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Your mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the General's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt.
Be careful down there, boss.
Development project has been. Please select a deployment point. Caution, rain approaching.
Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated and the map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
There he is, the commander. Extract him. Okay, that's the General's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss.
Guard post captured. presence detected. The map has been updated.
Another group of child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Another child soldier has entered the village. Must have been out on patrol. Looks like they had more than one patrol out.
Detected.
Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
Extraction arrived at another base.
That's the way.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only. Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care.
Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
Mission
Look
list
closely.
updated.
Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop.
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa.
Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. It'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid. I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up. We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.
Development complete.
Boss, a new job's come in.
Complete.
It's a hit. A human trafficker who sent Shabani and the others to Nzoya Badia Bulu, where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
Ngezaba tatana mono intangu yandi ibandaka ke sawana min
Geke salaka tatanange mingi.
Eli lolula mono muzolaka vekutuba
Ukizina nge bingi laka mono. Ukizina nge bingi laka mono.
Tepe, Eli, what's the matter? Fighting will get you nowhere, Eli. Cut it out, kid. That ain't a toy. Eli.
Don't call me that! I'm not a kid. You hear me?
Enough.
On the battlefield, they use one another's nom de guerre. But here, we insist they use their real names. Well, that hasn't sat too well with Eli. Or should I say, Unyoka ya Mbempe. He thinks his boys are letting us grown-ups walk all over him.
Roger. This is Pequod, on station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Development project has been added. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find the route. Find the man.
Be careful down there, boss.
Marker closed. Enemy presence detected. Your map has been updated. Development complete. Marker closed. detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Let's come on!
He's coming too. Roger that.
Hey, you okay?
Please land in zone.
Roger. You gotta extract him. Boss, that person you Fulton extracted turned out to be the target.
Helicopter.
Your objective's complete. One other crime now he's been dealt with. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Motorbase.
Good dog. Good dog.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Good dog.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
Our trafficker was very talkative. Guinea pigs. That's what became of his kidnapped victims. Says he got a good look at that factory at Zoya Badiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them, along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is. Said it wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help. He thought that in exchange for his buyer's list, they could set him up with a new identity someplace far away. He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat. But like us dogs, he knew when he smelled trouble. And something else. He said the specimens come from deep in the forest. We don't know what he meant by specimens just yet, but those guinea pig symptoms match what we've seen on the infected at Mother Base. Deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
side ops list, please
Boss,
select.
we finally heard from one of our missing intel team members. He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base. Take a look at the mission details ASAP.
To Mother Base.
Boss, about Eli. No matter how many times we talk to him, he just won't listen. He sees everything in terms of victory or defeat and still won't accept that you beat him. We're gonna have to put him in his place. Again. If you don't mind, come back to Mother Base and go